All that said, crazy week for us. We didn't get a chance to get in our typical episode, so I wanted to just kind of one more time touch on Rolly and Pitbull.
Yeah.
If you happen to have seen what we did this weekend with Trey, we did recap everything along the way before we actually had Trey come on the episode. But I really just wanted to talk like what's next for both these fighters. I mean, Rolly is significant in the boxing game, I believe. Maybe another week or two goes by, and that'll change in my mind. But I still feel like he's got some significance at the 140 and in boxing in general. And then obviously Pitbull now being a world champion. Where does Pitbull go?
Man, hopefully he can get unification.
Yeah.
Hopefully
that's fireworks. Because
that's
if you're talking about
Haney.
Well,
that's the only one I see fighting him. Devin will fight everybody, but who?
The one that just left. Left PBC. Just left PBC.
Oh, Matias,
yes.
That's fireworks.
So
that's fireworks.
I feel like Subriel Matias happens before Pitbull happens. Oh, excuse me, before Devin Haney happens.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we could see Pitbull and Subriel Matias, even though he literally just parted ways with PBC. He's over with Matchroom now. I still feel like that's a fight we could see before we see a fight with Devin Haney. From a business perspective, Devin is supposed to be the one who is the free agent and can kind of go and come and go where he please.
Right. So I can see that. I can see that happening. I wouldn't be mad with the business. Once my man, this is just thinking outside of this guy's not even at 140.
Yeah.
Okay, when the business happened end of this year, because he's supposed to have another fight coming up. When he get the 140, he get the first shot at the title. Tank Davis.
I knew you was gonna say Tank.
Why you mad
right now?
Why?
I dismissed this fight a long time ago.
You dismissed they fight?
I dismissed them having a rematch a long time
But now
ago.
you got, it's a reason why. We get that the business wise, you get you at 140. You avenge what people seen. Some people felt like he lost. That wasn't the best Tank.
Yeah.
Tank can get him out of here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to prove it.
Yeah.
I think Tank gets him out of there.
I do too.
And then Tank got a belt at 140. Now he's right in the mix.
Yeah.
My perspective, if Tank could turn down $30-40 million from the Saudis, why would he fight Pitbull again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it seems like he's at a point where he needs a certain kind of money to happen, and Cruz is going to give him problems all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He broke his hand one time on him.
Yeah.
Right? And I had a fight with a guy, broke my hand. I'm not going back to that.
You can't dismiss what he just did against Rolly Romero. I mean, he
stopped
Rolly.
Stopped him.
And just pushing forward the whole way.
Yeah.
But we've seen that he has problems with movers. We've seen that he's a two-stepper.
Right.
2 steps, and I'm explosive. 2 steps, if you're gone, my explosion don't happen. You know what I mean? So he's a 2-stepper in the boxing ring.
Right.
I just made that up, by the way.
Right.
But he's a 2-stepper in the boxing ring, meaning he doesn't have the good, quick feet to cut off the ring and get to somebody. Those same blows that he missed in the last 2 fights that he had, where guys were moving on him.
He was connecting a little more this time.
But somebody ain't got this that kind of that
slickness.
Pop.
Boom, boom.
May be able to.
He ain't got that.
I look
better than him. I look better than him. He didn't even do that.
I told you he.
I know. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I see Robert Garcia talking about it. Shout out to Robert Garcia.
Yeah.
He said that Pitbull gives everyone problems.
Yeah.
And I think that he's right by that, because one dynamic, a lot of these young kids, because they're not fighting each other and all of that, they have a lot of time to themselves, and that hunger that Pitbull has, a lot of these kids waking up in silk sheets don't have.
Yeah.
Pitbull explained that he couldn't even get a tortilla for his child or a burrito or something to that. No pun intended.
Yeah.
And that's a different type of hunger when you can't feed your child.
Yeah.
And then you have these American fighters, whether they black, Cuban, whatever, they're living good, they feeling good, they caked up. And Rolly was the epitome of that. Yeah. Like, he literally spoke so much negative stuff to this kid. Just his last. I think if he would have stayed with his last trainer, he would have had a better shot this time. But it would probably been the same results. But Rolly needs a whole new game plan. He needs a new trainer, a whole new outlook on it, and he needs to get humble about what he's doing, because if you said if a slick boxer could do better on Pitbull,
Yeah.
bro, I mean, I don't see any of that because he's knocking these dudes. He got him out of there. Like,
and I'm on record for saying this. I said we were going to see how healthy Rolly Romero is now. The first round, he's light on his feet after the first punch. That to me is a clear indication that you don't have the punch resistance needed to fight at the highest level. Also, is an indication that you may have some literal damage now to the point that, like Antt said last week, we're not made to do this. Some of us are built a little different and can handle it and can do it, but ultimately humans ain't built for beating no.
I think he's great for boxing Rolly.
Yeah.
Rolly, there's different dynamics. You got fighting, you got this, you got that. He knows how to promote fights. Yeah. If he can get with the right trainer, win a couple of fights, we still would need, boxing needs a guy like Rolly.
Yeah.
So, but if he don't humble himself and study the craft a little more, he'll be one of the great stories that never happened.
And like you said, when you run into a dude like Pitbull, if you look at the interviews and stuff, my man still look like he living in the same spot.
Right.
I don't want to face nobody. I always say that's the downfall of successful people. Once you switch up everything.
Right.
Shawn knows me. I try to stay as humble as possible. Shawn argue me every day about getting another car.
Right.
I can afford that car 30 times over, but I don't care. I'm still in the moment.
Right.
When I'm done, I'll sit back and you'll just see Anthony enjoy all the fruits of his labor. My man is still living like I don't know if you've seen the video. You seen what we seen. It's like he living in the hood still with his mom.
He's humble, and he got his wife with him, and she cooking. She cooking. They the grocery bill is changing now, and they working together, and she in the mob with him. That's different, bro. That's different kind of. I'm not losing in front of my wife. I'm not losing in front of my kid. I'm not going back to this. Oh, this and that. I almost beat Tank. I could have beat Tank. All of these things, and a guy like Rolly, Rolly shouldn't have picked that fight. I think he should have fought Ryan Garcia first or something, but Pitbull's here.
He was pushing for it. That's what he should have went.
The business effed him?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
But you like Pitbull versus Shakur, Pitbull versus Devin Haney.
I like that.
You think that's the best fight for to be made right now for
Pitbull, I think
stylistically and all that.
I also like the T.O., but I don't know what T.O. I'm gonna get. That's the thing about T.O. T.O. coming in and give you a master class, but you can't have an off night with that, T.O. You can't have an off night with that, T.O. You my guy.
He's right.
That's not an off night, dude.
He said, you my guy. You can't have an off night.
T.O. might be the only one out the whole crew. Because, I'm going with my African-American boxing. I'm going with my African-American boxing. You going with Devin Haney? I'm going with he's a Muslim brother. I'm going with Devin Haney. The thing is the hunger. Yeah. That hunger. What Devin has, that focusedness with God and family and all of that, is equivalent to that hunger. If you really can match that family, the God element, it can balance that hunger. Like,
you have fighters that are literally hungry.
Right.
Have not been able to feed themselves.
Right.
Don't have the ability to drive, the resources, the list goes on. Literally hungry. Right. And then you have fighters who have a passion that's almost unmatched. The two, they intertwine.
Right.
So like someone like Devin, where Devin don't struggle for those sort of the resources, he's still hungry as all get out.
Right.
He still has the passion. Right. You know what I mean? Talking to Shakur Stevenson this weekend, you see just passion just oozing out of the kid because like he just absolutely loves every bit and piece of it. You know what I mean?
I'm glad that you guys saw that of Shakur because he's my favorite technically. And when I saw that last performance, I was just like, well, a lot of these guys got a lot of time on their hand. Yeah. And when they get in there, different performances, but he's my favorite. Yeah. But I'm worried that, this stuff that's going on now with the money and people fighting once a year and, I don't know.
Got to get more busy.
They got to get more busy. And people used to fight 2 or 3 times a year in the 80s, and then the 90s came, and then when the PBC era came and Floyd with the money and everything, guys are pulling up with Lamborghini trucks to the fight.
Security that you don't need.
Where
your security at?
Right, huh?
You got more money than them.
Right. And nah. I got God in my life. All
Yes,
praise
sir.
due to Allah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
but like you said, brother, you know, it's the hunger, and like you said, passion and hunger. That's why Shakur, Haney is a great matchup for Pitbull. But if I was them, I just chill for a minute because he got the Aztec gods behind him. And Robert Garcia said the whole Mexico loves him.
Yeah.
He's going to if one more win, he got the whole country. Now you're talking about a potential Mexican billionaire star, like where he opens up the whole thing again, where you got the Chavezes and the De La Hoyas all wrapped up in one, because he said the light-skinned Mexicans, the dark-skinned Mexicans, they all love Pitbull. Yeah. So like that's the thing. It's the economical component to it, where he's ready to fight anyone, but the right people behind him. Is he still with Manny Pacquiao? Yeah. So, you know, it's good to see that Manny Pacquiao, him was able to do business with PBC. I'm liking to see that type of dynamic where I'm watching the promoters doing cross business with each other. Before it was like, you know, not integrated, but now everybody's coming together and making deals done. But yeah, Pitbull is $1 billion business potentially because the money's different now. You know, he's the only Floyd Mayweather made money. He made his billions from the Mexican community as well. De La Hoya, the Mexican community as well. So you get a guy where they don't even have to like no other boxers now. They don't even have to. Devin, who? I forgot. Oh, his name was Haney, right? Now they got their guy, you know, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's working with his father. And he's just so hungry. He, you know, the only guy I can see messing with him that knows how to zero in, like he says, Tio. Like that fight right there is like, because Tio.
I'm curious about Teo, and I'm curious about Tank Davis. Wait.
I think if Tank, I think we even see. I tell people all the time, I don't even think we've seen the top Tank yet.
No, not yet.
Tank can box.
Not that I can think of.
And I think he might get up in there and show Pitbull something he never seen before, and then sleep him.
Yeah, because Tank and Shakur is like this. The Tank is as far as technical, Tank as far as the pizzazz and the technical, but Tank, to be the smallest he is, he's a monster.
He's a tank.
He's a tank.